Hello everybody, RTR here, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of building of our brackets for the next wall gen on North. So actually last night we got everybody, well not everybody, we got almost all of our faction members to dig this out after everybody was done doing whatever they were doing. And we also hired some slaves, Captain Briscoe, Flying Pig _, and a couple others, and got this entire thing dug out. And so now we're prepping it to gen 30 walls, and then there'll be some sand walls and domino walls on the sides, and we're gonna use those to pretty much just max out our wall count. I don't know why Steph's TPing to me. Not there. But we're going to be trying to finish up our wall count this week, and then we're going to be working on our corner pillars and stuff. And so I'm probably going to be recording some of that, because some of you have said you wanted to watch us gen, you wanted to know how to do the process of us doing that. So I figured why not record me setting up the gen, which is actually going to be kind of interesting because you're going to be able to see me from the ground up laying out the brackets, everything. I'm going to start on how to lay out the first bracket and then cut to after the brackets are laid out what to do. But at first I got to fix this water, because actually no, I don't have to fix the water, not yet at least, because there's going to be a sand wall there, so that's nothing important right now. I'll just leave it floating in midair and get rid of this stupid little whatever this is. And where's that? Up there. And maybe I'll put a spawn. No. Oh shit. That's not what I wanted. Okay, whatever. I'll just leave it floating there for now. But somehow I have to get... Actually, let's go back up to F4 North. Right now we're going to be setting up the actual brackets for it. So if you don't know what that means, it's basically the little cobble bars that we have to place down in order for the lava to spread out correctly. And I just call them brackets. It's just the term we use for it. And let's see. I gotta get creative with how I'm gonna get through the water, because that's always kind of a pain without spreading the water everywhere. But we need to go down to 224, which is customized. That's the size we need to go down to for our... Why did I sponge there? Oh well, it doesn't even matter. I'm just gonna mine the sponge out though, so it's not stuck there permanently. But for our base, we need to go down to 224 and build a bar across. And I'm actually gonna do this in kind of a haphazard way. I'm building it on the wrong side. Whoa, what am I doing? 224. That should be 224 right there. So we're gonna throw a sponge on that, and we're gonna throw a block there. That's 225. God damn it. Okay. There we go. That is it. 224. And we're going to build across into the thing like this. And for the first bracket, you always kind of want to go... Well, for the first bracket, you want to build this entire thing across, because it makes it easier to build the whole system, the whole setup. So it looks like we're building the first walls on this slab. No, wait. So we got that cobble block. Trace that all the way down. Did I mess that up? Oh, you know what? No, we're going to start closer to the wall. We're going to start much closer to the wall, because this is kind of sketchy. So, I don't know why I fell all the way down there, but by the time I get to the top, I will have been there. But basically, what we're going to do is we're setting up a cobble bar that goes across, and then a pyramid, per se, of blocks going up. And what that does is allows us to gen an entire 2-wall set with one water bucket. The only problem is, as you can see up there, we do have to do a bit of hand building in the walls, but it really isn't a big deal. Get some of the newer members on there that don't have anything to do, and they're done in an hour or two. And as you can see, there's still some work to be done on these, but most of the walls are finished. So far, if I zoom in, we have about 80 walls on each side. This last gen will push us to 110 walls on each side. Yeah, needs my attention for a second. But this gen should be... I don't know what he's... I'll teleport to him later. But this gen should push us over 110, which means we should be relatively safe for a while, so long as we can get our corner pillars up soon. That's really an important thing. Can't at the moment. But it's really important that we get the corners up soon, because you really only have as many walls as you have corners. And so at the moment, I think we're actually pretty lacking in the corners. I don't even know the exact number, but it is not good. Somewhere around 18 or so. So we really only have 18 walls, which is not a good thing when it comes to defensive-wise. We need probably in the upwards of 80 pillars on our first wall, and until we have that, our base is kind of weak and susceptible to left shooting. And so what we will be working on very soon is setting up the corner designs. We're going to hire some slaves and probably blast them out, and all the way, if you can see about where that weird stone patch is in between the walls, that'll be diagonal all the way down to the next stone patch, and that'll be where we are setting them up. And I know I'm showing my coordinates right now, I don't really care, it's not a big deal. Let's see, okay, so this is going to be a sand wall, this is going to be a cobble wall, which means our first bar goes on this layer. No, I do not want sponge. Do not want sponge at all. And the first bar is important because you need to make sure that, for one, we're laid out at 224 because going diagonal up from the edge puts us at the right Y level. It's hard to explain, but basically you want to make a pyramid that fits 2 blocks under sky element and goes to the edges of your walls and is relatively even. Our walls are an even number of blocks wide, so the pyramid is kind of skewed to one side. One side is longer than the other, so it's 1 block longer. It takes 1 more pour of the wall when we're genning to do, and it's not a big deal. Just gets weird when you're trying to map things out. Basically, that's the short side right there, so it's mapped out to 225 because that's what it'll take. So if I go, I've done a lot of these, so I can do these relatively quickly most of the time without falling. Almost fell right there, and again right there. But you basically, saved myself. Basically just want to make a pyramid of these up. You can do this with any block, but I prefer to do cobble because I can just use a hero pick and haste 2 to mine it out. And you make a pyramid all the way up. Until 253, because you need the extra 2 blocks. Can't build above this block. I need the extra 2 blocks to place water and stuff. And I have high acros, so I can survive this jump. Yep. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. I want to place an extra guardrail right there to keep the lava from pouring off the end and the water to pouring off the end. So this is the lava that prevents, and this is the preventative for the water. And we're just going to stack up again if I can do it without falling. And then after this, I'm just going to mine out the bar and we'll finish the brackets, and I'll be back in a sec. But you get the gist. Basically just stacking up in a pyramid block, and I'm gonna go grab a couple of my faction guys and finish this up off camera, and I will be back when they're done. Alright guys, we have the brackets done. It's been about 30 minutes, and I grabbed my lava in the shop for 2k a piece, spent about 32k. I only needed 15, so I bought an extra. It's whatever, I can use it in the next gen. But basically these staircases go spaced 3 blocks apart. This will be a wall here, this will be a wall here, and this middle area will be an air layer. We place the lava on the top, and then we mine out the middles so that it forms a little bar of lava in the middle, and I'll actually show why we do that once we actually get to the genning. But I'm just going to go along and place all this lava, and I'll be back when it's spread out and all the way down, and when we're actually in the genning process. Alright guys, what is up? We have just finished building all the tops of the walls. As you can see, these are all at sky limits. We can't place blocks here, and they are above the lava sources. Anyway, this is the second time recording this. We have finished them all up. They're nether brick because to fit the color of the demonic theme, and also it's dark blocks, so if we were to zoom in on our minimap while doing wall checks, we'd be able to see individual sand stacks if somebody were raiding. Kind of helps out a little bit, just something extra. All the tops of our walls all the way back to the base will be nether brick eventually. We just didn't gen them that way. But these are going to be the tops of the walls right here. The middle will be cut out. And anyway, there's a special way we pour these walls. I'm just going to pour the first one to showcase how we do it, and then we're actually going to cut out and we're going to go to genning all the way. But basically, you don't pour these all the way across like a normal wall. We pour them in a special way by going 1 block at a time. And what this does is to prevent cheese walls, and there's no lava in the middle on this, so you have to do it this way so that the lava can catch up and holds each other. Instead of holding onto the middle block, and I'll explain that in a later video, the physics behind the lava and how that works, but I think most people understand that. So anyway, this is the the way we gen, we wait for about 5 blocks to gen down. That's 4 right there, you can tell, because if you count the pattern in the block, there's 4 of them. That's 5, and now it's safe to gen the next row, so kind of quick. With 2 people, which is what we do, we pinch towards the center, and that's why there's that middle lava block, is because when you hit the center, the lava has nothing to hang on to, so it has to hang on, or otherwise, if we don't have the center, it'll cheese. That's what the center lava is for. It'll hang, the outside here hangs onto the center and prevents cheesing of any kind. So I guess casual is starting on this side, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out and finish this up. But basically you want to wait until there's 5 blocks gen down in order to pour the next row, and you just keep going like that. So we'll be done in a little bit, and I'll see you guys when we are. Alright guys, so it's been like an hour and all the walls have genned all the way to the bottom. I think there's one little nub of lava down there, but I've just been AFK fishing down here. Not AFK fishing, but sitting down here waiting for the lava to pour down all the way fishing, and I'm going to go back up there and show you what it looks like afterwards and what I have to do to fix it up and finish it. But as you can see, all the water's poured out everywhere, everything's genned, and we're left with these little pyramids with the lava pouring down the sides. And basically all we want to do with these is take our lava bucket, and on Gontroller you can just pick the lava right up. It'll turn into stone, and if you get lucky you'll get a hero item. But probably not going to get lucky enough just on this to get a hero item. So jump across, remove all the lava, let that drain out, and then what you're going to want to do is mine out the centers here, underneath where the lava is, and then mine the center of these things down. And you're going to need to hand build all these little sections. If you got a big faction, it's fine. Your sections probably won't be as big as these. We have a 3 chunk by 3 chunk base, so it's kind of a wider wall. The narrower or the skinnier your wall, the less of this you have to build. 2 chunk by 2 chunk would probably be like a third of this, if that. I'm not sure. But yeah, nothing too bad. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little small wall genning tutorial, whatever. I tried to do something different this time around, and I'm gonna go ahead and clean these walls up. Might show what they look like after they're cleaned up. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the PvP clips on the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed watching.
All the stars have faded, 'cause they don't wanna see what we've done. And who could blame them, who wanna shine their light on us? If the sky drained into the empty space between my heart and my brain all night, I could end what I started, then would I make you proud? If I could leave an impression on the mind of one man with a heart full of doubt, then I would hold you tighter than I ever had. And I'd lay your love down in the palms of my hand. And we could dance like we never had the chance, like we couldn't resist.